We all know that the railroad is a place of increased danger. But among people, there are very curious specimens who are just trying to put something on the rails. At best, it will be a coin or rubble, of which there is plenty around the railroad. But it is unlikely that anyone will use salt for this unsafe fun. It would seem that who would come up with the idea of pouring ordinary salt on the rails, and why? But it turns out that there were times when robbers robbed entire trains with the help of salt. For example, in the state of Alabama, in the USA, gallows were installed along the railroad, and if the sheriff caught a person red-handed who poured salt on the rails, or near them, then he had the right to hang the offender right there, and then without trial or investigation. Oddly enough, this law in the state of Alabama has not yet been repealed. But of course now nobody hangs anyone anymore. How did robbers rob trains with salt before? The thing is that regular salt is one of the favorite delicacies for moose, and the robbers poured salt, and thereby lured a whole herd of moose onto the rails. The train driver noticed this herd from afar, and was forced to stop the train. After the train stopped, the robbers robbed it and disappeared in an unknown direction. But besides moose, bears also love salt. In the state of Alaska, poachers came up with the idea of using salt to hunt bears. This hunt is called hunting without a single shot. Salt is also scattered on the rails, the bear licks it off, and as a result of low temperatures, the bear's tongue sticks to the metal. If the train does not have time to stop and hits the bear, then the poachers get easy prey. In this regard, every train driver in Alaska is required to have 5 liters of boiling water at his disposal. If he suddenly meets a bear on his way, with a tongue frozen to the rail, then he is obliged to stop the train and help the bear to free himself with boiling water. However, not every driver will have the courage to approach the already dissatisfied animal and even pour boiling water on the rails around his tongue. Who knows how such a disservice can end, especially if there is another bear somewhere nearby. Therefore, if you find yourself near the railway with a pack of salt in your hands, do not even think of pouring salt on the rails. This can attract wild animals to them. And in general, putting anything on the rails is prohibited, because this can lead to irreversible consequences. And how would you fight such poachers? Please like and subscribe. There will be many interesting videos ahead.